Okay, in the previous video, we showed you the key management portion of this product by setting up a local key in the IBM cryptographic key store. Quick review, let's just go through that. Again, there's a separation of duties policy where a user profile can either do key management or encryption. They can't do both. So option one is where you set those authorities. We have our current user profile set to do key management, as you see, not encryption. So we're good to just do a quick review. Option two is the key manage setup. So we have set up a key to be used in our encryption for this video, and it resides here in this key store in this library. The key label 05 with the test string that we created ourselves. It's an AES type key, which is the standard. So moving ahead, back to encryption. We get to our main menu, and under maintenance, maintain key management is what we just did. So we want to go back to user profile authority so we can switch us from key management duties to encryption. Go in here, we'll just change the option. And normally, again, this is a QSEC for authorized operation right here. You can only do this in the trial version so you can play with the product. So we're going to be able to do this here. All right, back out to the main menu. We're going to maintain encryption, option 3. You will need a user profile. Obviously, it's got all object. And you get a very important reminder when you come in here. And it is reminder you will require exclusive allocation to the file field you intend to encrypt, decrypt. So obviously this needs to be done on a weekend, somewhere during downtime. There should be no activity on the files. You'll need exclusive exclusive allocation to them, so the encryption process can apply the field procedure, and then it can go through every record and encrypt the fields in the column you choose. So moving ahead, we've got a particular field procedure we already set up. We would normally just set up a new field procedure with F6 add. It's over the test table, which is a table that comes with the Core Inc product that you can play with. It's got about 10, 11 records in it. And the field is a character field and is actually a key field on the file, which is important because when you do encrypt key fields in files, it can cause application layer side effects for native RPG record RLA type reads for set lower limits and reads. And what that does is it knocks them out of order. We'll show you that later in this video after we encrypt the data and we go look at the sample data set. But more for that to come. And so this is currently decrypted, and we want to just simply, let's just go in and look at the record. on a setup and an add, this is what you would do. This is the information, as we stated in the prior video, that you would need from the key management team to apply to the field procedure. It's where the key resides in the IBM cryptographic local key store. The data, obviously, that you want to encrypt is which library, which file, and which field. And you can encrypt as many fields in one particular file as you like. That's no problem. Of course, there are performance issues whenever you do that. Not issues, but there's a performance hit that you need to be aware of. Now, the field procedure that we create. Where's the source lib at? Where's the source file at? And where do we want the field procedure object to reside? Normally, that is going to be in the same library and file, the same library that the file is going to be in. And that's for reasons such as when you do a save lib or save object, or mainly a save lib and restore lib, that you can always package those two together. Because without the field procedure, the data is encrypted, and without the field procedure and the key, you can't get to the data. That's the whole point. Okay, so there is the field procedure set up. We are just going to go ahead and take a option 6 on this to encrypt. So it's building the new field procedure, and it's literally attaching it to the file field, and then it went through and encrypted all of the data for the file. Let's take a look at that. So now, like I was mentioning, we've got a demonstration area for the table that we just encrypted, so we can take a look. Okay, looking at this, here are the 10, 11 records that I mentioned, and this is the field that we encrypted. And by looking at it, you can't really tell that it's encrypted because encrypting and masking are two absolutely different things. We're not talking about masking right now. Underlying in the operating system, this data is encrypted. Without the procedure and the key, field procedure and the key, if you take this file and put it somewhere else without the field procedure and the key, this data is useless to anybody. And that's the whole point. Now, the application side effect that I was talking about is just this that you see here. You'll notice that the keys are out of sequential order. And this is because this is an RPG program that does a set lower limit read. And because of that, the encrypted value, it reads the actual encoded in RLA, which is the encrypted value, instead of the true clear text field. Therefore, you get these out of order sequences. Is it going to cause your application layer to blow up? No, it's not. It's just going to cause out of sequence records in reports and display files and so forth. We have developed a little utility to help remedify that. And it is this right here. It's as simple as just embedded in each application that does that. It's a simple call. And let's just demonstrate it. Let's apply it. So when we apply it, we see that it's applied, then it goes back and does a set lower limit and read all the records again. And now it's reading the clear text keys instead of those encoded values. And therefore, everything comes out in order like it should. Let's just unapply it. And there you are. There's your issue. It's that simple fixing. We've include that actually with our product. So that's pretty much it. Let's just back up and decrypt the data. Actually, let me just go ahead and show you that how you can tell it is truly encrypted. You do a display file field on the file. You find the field, and there you will see that there is a field procedure attached to it. And that field procedure program is this, which is the one we just generated and attached to it, and it resides in the library here along with the data, and it's attached to this right here. Another way to look at this is if you go into SQL, you can do this, select hex encoded on that file, on that field. What was it, field here? I think that was it. And you will see the encrypted encoded hex value right here. Now when we decrypt it, we'll see a different value here. So I'll show you that, but now it's encrypted, and that's what it looks like in SQL. And let's go back in here. Let's do a decrypt, option 7, decrypt it. And now it's just removing and going through all the records and decrypting all the data. And let's go back into that and look at that again. You'll see now we've got the true hex value instead of a hex encoded. So that's how you really know that. Between that and the display file field description, you know your data is encrypted for sure. Yeah, I believe that wraps up covering the encrypting and decrypting of the data. Next video should be about masking, and that should complete the series of videos for this product, Core Inc.